In October of 2010, I boarded a plane for Quito, the capital of Ecuador in South America. Ultimately, I was on my way to the Amazon jungle to live and work as a conservation biology intern for Global Vision International, an award winning social enterprise that runs education and work programs. I was also working on completing my Master of Environmental Science degree. After surviving a military coup that quarantined us in the city for several days, in which 8 people died and almost 300 were wounded, our group was finally given the go ahead to leave the city. My group took the next bus through the Andes Mountains and finally made it to the Rio Napo, a tributary of the Amazon River. Long wooden canoes with motors took us the rest of the way to our destination, further into the heart of the jungle. We all kept our eyes peeled for the freshwater pink river dolphins that inhabit the Amazonian rivers. Once at our camp, we were ready to work. Ecuador has made international news quite a bit thanks to the incredibly rapid destruction of its rainforests. Unfortunately, many rainforests are located directly over natural gas and oil deposits, making them a hot selling point for governments that are strapped for cash and that are consistently dripping with corruption. At the time of my visit, Ecuador's deforestation rate was 3 times higher than any other country in South America and 6 times higher than the global average. It has been estimated that at current deforestation rates, coastal forests will be completely eliminated within 10 years, and the Amazon forest will be gone within 40 years or less. Unfortunately, the forests are also extremely valuable for the environmental health of the planet. The Ecuadorian Orient, where our camp was located, is considered to be the most biodiverse region on the entire planet. In addition to millions of species of plants and animals that are native to the region, indigenous tribes have also made the jungle their home for thousands of years, until Texaco Oil, now owned by Chevron, came to the region in the 1960s. Some of the native tribes in the Amazon are among the few remaining indigenous peoples on Earth living fully in their traditional ways. Many of them are referred to now as uncontacted tribes, and they have been forced under threat of violence further and further from their homes by corporations like Chevron and Ecuador's government. Additionally, the oil extraction process results in the release of toxic drilling byproducts into local rivers, while broken pipelines and leakages result in persistent oil spillage. A 1992 spill was so large that it caused the Rio Napo, where we were located, to run black for days and forced downstream Peru and Brazil to declare states of emergency. Thousands of acres of land are also being cut down and burned in order that farmers can plant only one cash crop, usually palm oil. This process is called monocropping. Monocropping for palm oil has been in the news recently for the incredible amounts of animals, including primates, that are burned alive in the process. The Amazon certainly has no shortage of enemies, and its worst enemy is mankind. Thankfully, we as humans have had our moments of symbiosis with the forests. Hundreds of plants located in the Amazon have been found to be the source of countless medicines and even cures to diseases. Additionally, it is more than certain that many species of plants and animals live in the Amazon that have not even been discovered. By studying and documenting the biodiversity, particularly when rare or valuable species are identified, groups like GVI help to make it that much harder for the government to forcibly acquire, sell, and destroy these lands for development. But even legitimate scientific research is no failsafe when it faces the money to be made from black gold and monocropping. Just this past year, in 2016, Ecuador made international news again as the government struck a deal with China, selling 1/3 of its untouched rainforests for oil development. And once again, this decision went entirely against the wishes of the native tribes who live there. Sadly, my 6 months of work in Ecuador was only a drop in the bucket against the hugest of foes. We can only hope that humanity will somehow learn before it's too late with this issue. There may be too many forces at work against hope for our planet's most diverse and biologically abundant regions.